Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of The Sexy Tablespoon. Alright.
I'm gonna cheers you.
Oh, I'm sorry. So unsatisfying. A couple of weeks ago, I made a video about healthy food hacks for kids, kid-approved recipes. And in that, I mentioned that I make a really yummy gluten-free pizza with a crust made out of polenta. I call it Polenta Pizza. Might have stolen the concept from a local health food store, might not have. You'll never know. So that is what we are going to make today, a gluten-free polenta pizza. And I know that you're not too stoked on the polenta pizza.
Last time I had it, the crust was like that big.
Was not.
The crust was so big,
Don't
you
be
couldn't
ridiculous. The first time I made it, the crust was a little bit excessive. The second time I made it, it was much thinner.
I don't know. I never tried it the second time.
Yeah, well, that's where you screwed up.
I'm not too excited about this one.
Well, we're gonna make it nonetheless because it's delicious and you guys are gonna love it. The trick is not to make the polenta too thick, although I like a nice thick polenta. I really do. The other trick is to make sure that your polenta is flavorful, because if you don't season your polenta, it's just not very stimulating. All right, lovely people, so your mise en place for this recipe, of course, you're going to need some polenta. And I would say this is about a cup or a cup and a half of polenta, and then we're gonna add a bunch of water to it and cook it out a nice long time. To go into the polenta, we have these. This is the pizza herb mixture. I believe it's through Frontier Herbs. It is just the pizza seasoning mixture that is sold at my local health food store. It looks, smells, and tastes delicious. That'll go into the polenta as it cooks. You can also just use whatever kind of pasta sauce you prefer. And then for the toppings, I'm gonna cook off some onions, mushrooms, and zucchini with a bunch of garlic. Look at all that beautiful garlic. To go on top raw, I'm gonna have some green onion, some tomatoes, a red onion, and some red pepper. We're gonna make two different kinds of cheesy substitute. So first one that I'm gonna make is using this piece of a butternut squash. So I'm gonna steam that up and then we will mix it with some nutritional yeast and Bragg's liquid aminos and make kind of like a cheesy consistency mixture. You can also do a similar thing with the avocado, which we will show you as well. And then I had in the freezer some of our green pesto, which is made with the basil and the peas and the edamame. Our recipe is in the pesto pasta video if you guys want to check that out. And then I have some kale, some parsley, and some basil back here that I will probably figure out some kind of way to incorporate. All right, first things first is to get the butternut squash into the steamer. Next up, we're going to put our polenta into this pot. And this pot is quite large. You definitely don't need a pot this big, but I will say this. Polenta has a tendency to like bubble and pop little polenta pieces everywhere, which can be very, very hot. It's nice to have like a bit of a tall pot with a lid just to contain that.
I just ate a piece of bread.
And when you cook polenta, you need a lot of water. So I'm just gonna cover up the polenta and there's plenty of extra in there. However, this is gonna thicken up as it boils off and everything, and I'm just gonna keep adding water in it to keep it a nice runny consistency. When you are cooking your polenta, keep in mind that it will thicken up pretty darn fast. And then if you don't stir it enough, it'll get all clumped up at the bottom and then potentially burn on your pot. So I highly recommend just stirring it very frequently and adding in water as it gets too thick. And I will get the onions, the garlic, the mushrooms, and the zucchini heating up. We're just gonna get a little bit of browning and caramelization on these guys. And normally I would add these into like a preheated hot pan, but it's not that big of a deal. And I think I'm just gonna cut my zucchini into rounds, perhaps rounds on a bit of a bias, just so that they cook all the way through, but hopefully it won't totally fall apart and disintegrate as zucchini is prone to doing. So the polenta has already thickened up quite a bit, so I'm just gonna add in more water. And there's several different types of polenta you can buy. The one that I get is from the bulk bins in the grocery store, which is, I don't know, I guess pretty much the generic stuff. It might be sold as polenta at your store. It might be sold as coarse ground cornmeal. They're all pretty much the same thing, so you don't really need to stress about which one you're getting. But the thing about polenta is that unless you get the instant polenta, which I don't like, is that it needs to cook out for a while. It'll thicken up and it'll look like it's done, but it's not done cooking. And when you bite into it, it'll end up feeling rough and gritty and hard between your teeth, and that's not a fun feeling. I'm just gonna stir it as much as possible, to be honest. My God, you can see it's starting to pop. Ugh.
I think I can do it.
I'm gonna turn it down to its lowest setting because I can feel the polenta is starting to stick a little bit on the bottom of the pan. That's gonna happen. You can't totally avoid it. But just keep stirring, and I'd let it cook out for about 10 minutes.
Do I just constantly stir? Keep stirring?
Constantly would be great, yeah. The other important thing to do with the polenta at this time is to season it. Otherwise, it's just gonna like taste like frickin' corn, which is nice, but not that nice. So we have our pizza seasoning. It's gonna go in. I'm gonna do a nice hearty helping.
Ooh!
Yeah.
Dude, I think that's what you forgot last time, because it tastes like cardboard. Is that what you said it's supposed to taste like? If you don't put seasoning in?
Wow.
It's really bad.
It just tasted like polenta, which I think is delicious, but some people, like Mr. Sensitive Crab over here, needs it to taste super salty and delicious all the time.
That's sensitive.
Sensitive.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Yeah.
Can I try?
It's not cooked yet.
Not good yet. Not good yet.
With these vegetables, if we had an oven, what I would do is I would make the polenta pizza and then I would put these vegetables raw on top of the pizza and then let it cook out for a time inside the oven. But since we don't have an oven, I'm just gonna pre-cook these veggies and then put them on top of the pizza. Wow, this is harder than it looks.
This is gonna be enough or what?
Yeah.
We're making 2 pizzas?
Oh my God, no. We're making one pizza and we're making with a thin crust because Mr. I don't like thick polenta over here needed a thin polenta crust.
Dude, thick polenta is just too much polenta.
So good. I love it.
2 bites and then it gets stuffed already.
I love it.
I don't even
Love
enjoy
everything
them.
about it. No, don't play with the dog. You're on polenta duty. Put her down.
I gotta
That's
work.
just gonna pop all over everybody.
What, more water? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yep, go for it. Okay, good.
Okay, so my veggies are looking pretty darn done. The zucchini are not quite done yet, but the thing about zucchini, stop. The thing about zucchini is that they always look like they're not done, but then they keep cooking once you turn the heat off. So it's really easy to overcook your zucchini. Like if you stop cooking when your zucchini finally looks done, it'll turn into unrecognizable mush by the time you go to eat it. Okay, that looks great. So it probably needs to cook out for just a couple more minutes so it'll be nice and smooth and palatable and delicious. But I do just want to stress, like, keep stirring it because if you walk away for too long, it'll stick and then you'll get really thick, unspreadable, stuck, burned polenta, which just won't work.
Down! Down, polenta, down!
Pops really badly, huh? I'm gonna do a squirt of Bragg because you just get a nice depth that you don't get with salt.
This thing's getting really thick.
Okay, then we need to add more water.
Babe, I really think this thing is done.
Look, I'm telling you, it's not. Oh, I have 50 pounds of bananas in my car. Oh my God.
Oh, is that ice cream beans?
Yeah. Ice cream beans. Ungown.
Watch out!
Jab. I can't believe you would stab me.
I would stab you, dude. In any fight. Gotta win. I gotta win.
Comforting. So, okay, so this is the seed, and then the outer covering of the seed is this like fuzzy stuff. Kind of like eating felt, but it's really sweet. Yeah, it's a little bit old, but it's still yummy. Babe, please, don't eat all the veggies, okay? They're going on the pizza. I want the pizza to look awesome.
I want it to look awesome too.
Okay. Butternut squash is done. Okay, so once your polenta is done, don't leave it in the pot too long. And what I'm gonna do, I just have this plate. I haven't sprayed it with any oil or anything. I'm just gonna pour it on here. It'll form kind of like a skin that prevents it from sticking. And I am, of course, prone to making it too thick. But the key is to get it on here when it's still nice and runny and spreadable. And the thing about polenta is that it does not keep well when it's like stuck in a pot, you know, it's like it's gonna solidify on itself. So by putting it onto a plate like this, we're just controlling how it's gonna harden. And now I'm just gonna pop this into the refrigerator and it'll harden up. It'll probably take about 45 minutes to an hour. Cook's privileges. And my beautiful butternut squash has finished steaming. So now I'm going to make what I like to use is kind of like a cheese, not really a cheese substitute because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not cheese. It's more of like a cheese taste replacement vessel made out of a whole plant food. I suppose that you could make like a runny kind of cheese sauce as we made in the mac and cheese videos and put that on the pizza. That doesn't really appeal to me. This does. What I will do here is sprinkle on a little bit of nutritional yeast. You can go as crazy or be as stingy as you want to with this nutritional yeast. It is totally up to you. Put in a little bit of this pizza herbs. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. And then just a little squirt of Bragg's liquid aminos. And then I'm gonna smash that up with a fork. Okay, you could do this with butternut squash, you could do this with kabocha squash, you could do this with pumpkin, you could probably do it with orange sweet potato. I don't think you have to be all that fussy about what you use.
You need some help there? Squashing the squash? Doesn't look like you're doing a good job.
Hey, I'm doing a perfect job squishing the squash.
Can I make mine now?
Yeah, dude, what's stopping you?
Oh, you stopping me.
Standing here.
You're in front of the
Don't try to
chopping
blame
board.
me. What are you, some kind of control freak?
Back up, back
What
up.
are you?
Back up, I'm coming in.
Control
I'm coming in,
freak.
I'm coming in, I'm
Control
coming in.
freak.
Stay over there. I forgot what I was gonna do.
Exactly.
Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna make cheese. I was gonna make fake cheese. Oh, your abs are nice and strong. Now back up.
Like back,
Oh
back
my
it up.
god.
Back. You can't handle.
Oh my
you can't
God.
handle it.
Empty bowl.
You forgot
Avocado.
to say yeah.
I'm not done yet.
It's hot.
And it sucks. No, that was really good actually. Cheese on top of
Oh
it?
my god, it's better than I even hoped it would be.
Dude, that's amazing. man.
I've never made any of this before. I just make this shit up.
Empty bowl, yeah. Avocado, yeah. Avocado in the bowl. Seen this? Nutritional yeast. 3 things you're gonna need is an avocado, yeah, probably half of them, and some nutritional yeast, right? And some Bragg's, and that's all you need for this cheese. Your avocado, you can put as much of this as you like, as little or as much. I like a lot of this, so put about that much, and then I'm gonna squirt this Bragg's inside, yeah. Probably like, I don't know, like that much. I don't know. I'll take this knife and I'm gonna cut it up a little bit. Nah, I better not do that. I'll take this fork and I'm gonna smash it. Yeah, just like that. Somebody's getting really annoying, but I love you.
Like, I love you too, Dave.
Okay, now back up.
Bake it up. Yeah.
Oh my! I want to eat all your shit right now.
Stay out of the vegetables. Stop it. Stop.
Okay, and you just keep mixing that thing until you get a thick consistency.
It's not like it's gonna get thicker.
It's not gonna get thicker. Well, it can get thicker if you put more nutritional yeast in it.
Oh my god.
So you mix her up, and I know it looks really bad, but whoa, that's salty.
Oh my god, babe.
Stop! Got a knife. Shake that out. Perfect avocado. Come here and taste this. That is ready.
It's still pretty fucking salty. Excuse me, it's still pretty salty, but it's good. Maybe a couple tablespoons less brags.
Hey, I pretended to like your stuff and pretended it was good. Pretend to like mine. Let's try this again.
It's delicious. It's so
Oh my
good.
god, it's so good. Exactly. We're a team. We're supposed to stick together.
Ow!
Oh! Alright, so Lily got me some focaccia bread. Focaccia bread. From Island Natural. That was fucking scary. Don't do that again. Jeez. So we're gonna cut this guy up into like some strips, and then we're gonna crisp them in the frying pan to make what's that thing called again? I didn't eat it for so long. I forgot what it's called.
Breadsticks.
Breadsticks.
Sticks
I'm
of
gonna try
bread.
and make some breadsticks. Ah.
Oh my god, it looks so good. Okay, so here's the polenta. Woo! You can see like it doesn't really get stuck to the plate. It'll slide around. It just forms this like nice outer crust.
Can I poke it? Ooh.
We had it in the fridge for like probably half an hour. If you left it a little longer, it'll get even harder, but
We
know.
hungry.
we're hungry. So I'm gonna use the pasta sauce to sauce this little puppy up. I'm gonna pop this.
Come on, where's those muscles? See those muscles? Oh.
I like a nice saucy pizza.
Holy smokes, dude. That's gonna be amazing. And then the onions go on. And then the bell peppers.
Yes. And tomatoes. A little bit of pesto. Oop. Oop. Okay, and pumpkin cheese.
I just want you to know that I am extremely hungry.
Wow, this weighs like 20 pounds. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching. There's our amazingly delicious polenta pizza. I can't wait to eat this. If you guys want to have dinner with us, you are going to have to go over to my What I Eat in a Day video where we will be digging into this beautiful piece of art. It's so much better than I imagined. Thank you guys so much for watching. Recipe requests can go down below. Until next time, make better choices for yourself. No one else is going to do it for you. And take really, really good care. I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye.
Some of these drinks would be good with vodka that we make.
Yep. But they're better without it. Hello and welcome back, everyone, to another episode of...
I'm not saying it. Come on, I'm not saying it.
You didn't tell me you was filming. You didn't tell me you was filming.
Yeah, we're filming.
So you didn't tell me. Oh my god, Mom. Pesto. Come. Over here. So what are we making today? We must be making some polenta pizza. I love polenta pizza.
We didn't do anything funny.
Who gives a shit?
I'll push you down.
It's like a ginger shot.
Are you gonna take some?
Hell yeah.
Sold by that crazy man at Uncle Robert's. And I say crazy in a good way.
It tastes the way it looks. This thing is...
It looks like dirt. It tastes like fire.
This thing will burn you all the way down and keep burning.
I licked it.
Oh. Wow. That's so sweet, but so fiery. So violent. Oh. Like, because people are asking, like, to write
I
down
know.
You can't just watch the videos all over again and then write it down. Maybe somebody can do it for you.
Yeah, right? Somebody can write it down and then post it in the comment section, and then I'll just pin it to the top.
And then we'll pay
That would be
you.
helpful, because you guys, I cannot describe this to you. Like, I film all day, and then the next day I edit all day, and then by the end of the day I just want to pull my hair out. I feel like my eyeballs aren't working properly anymore, and I'm just like pushing myself to push that upload button, and then I do the upload button, and then everyone's like, please write down the recipe, and I'm just like, fuck everybody, I'm not doing it. Eventually I am gonna make, have the ebook come out, and then you can just buy them, but I'm not writing them again.
Get out of my kitchen! Back up! Hey, the Malengo!
Back up, back.
Please, let me make my cheese! Jesus Christ!
Did you say Jesus Christ?
Nutritional yeast. Fuck, that's creepy, dude. Looks like an alien's finger. Get that shit away! Stop it!
Okay. Get serious, come on.
Whoa,
God.
Sorry.